that a human being, I'm going to make you take that chance. Things have been different for me ever since I met Hildy. I've never met anyone quite like her before.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy December the 1st as well. I kind of wanted to get this video up before we went into the winter month, but I guess better late than never. I wanted to get this out yesterday, but I had a few things that I needed to finish off with my island before I could tour it, so I've got it here for you today. As we get into winter, I'm planning on posting quite a lot of Christmas winter content on my Instagram, so follow along if you'd like to see that. So it does mean at some point I will be pulling down quite a lot of this stuff to make room for it, as well as Kohaku, which I've already teared down. So I might make a video on how to effectively flatten your island. Obviously, if you've got any other ideas on what you would like to see, please let me know. But without further ado, let's get into this tour. So this is Cedar Cliff. Here is the map. I took down my dream address, so you guys can't tour it at the moment, but I will put it back up at some point if you guys would like to have a little look yourself. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of custom pathing, but I've also used some of the in-game pathing as well, which is where you can see all the brown areas. Quite a lot of water terraforming. I do really like decorating with water and the different levels as well. On Kohaku, I put all of my villagers in a village sort of area. I put them all in the same place. This time I've kind of spread them out a little bit. I did really like the idea of having different islands and different areas where they could be on, so some of them are quite close together, and then I've got a few spread out as well. So the villagers I have, so I've got my own character. I've got a character called Camper, which I'd like to make that building into like a summer camp sort of area. I haven't actually decorated inside yet. I've just got it to I've just expanded it quite a few times. I don't think I've got the basement yet, but I'm almost there. So maybe I could make some videos of me decorating the inside of that before I remove everything. The villagers I've got, not all of them are going to stay. So I've got Twiggy, Ozzy, Chevrolet, Poppy, Frita, Teddy, Shep, Bee, Sherb and Blair. I've actually only got Twiggy and Frita still here because I'd like to get their reactions. I'm not really a fan of Peppy or the Uchi villagers, but I would like all the reactions for this account. So once I've got those, I will be getting rid of them. I'm also not a massive fan of Sherb. I think he's really cute, but his colour just doesn't really go with my island, so I might just get his photo because I think that would be cute. And then I'll just give him away to someone who follows my Instagram. So if you'd like the chance to win him, then obviously give me a follow. What else to say about this? Yeah, that's kind of it. So let's get started on the tour. So because this is my second account, I thought it'd be nice to have the opposite hemisphere just to see what the difference is. But obviously that means that when I'd like to post autumn and winter content, obviously I need to change the date to, as you can see, it's the 7th of June on my Switch at the moment. So that's obviously the only difficulty, is just making sure that you work out like the season that you actually want. I just don't think in the winter I will get all of the Christmas trees, because obviously my Switch would have to be in December to get Christmas trees. I don't know, I'll have to work that out. But this is my entryway. I've made it really simple. I've just tried to use the path. This was the first time me trying to get to grips with the path, so I've kind of just made a little walkway. I really like making it the path wrap around these trees. What's Chevrolet doing? Don't know. And I did like the idea of having like a little mailbox area here. Over here is my little Christmas tree farm area. This area was just so awkward to decorate. I had no idea what I was going to do with it, and I kind of just left it as like a dumping ground for items and things like that. But when I saw people making their own Christmas tree farms, I thought that'd be a great idea. As you can see, I've kind of got the little fruit saplings behind so that it stunts their growth. I just really like the way this looks. I think it's really cute. I still have Harv wandering around my island. Really selfishly, I never spoke to him when he first joined because I wasn't really that bothered about Photopia because I have my other Switch, and it also meant that he just walks around your island all the time and you can get some really good photos of him just ambling around. So I had been doing that, but now I'd like to make some speed builds and things like that. Obviously this is my Switch that I can record videos on, so we'll have to do that. I also apologise if you see me walking to the left. I've just started to get Joy-Con drift on these Joy-Cons, which is really annoying, but what can you do? So this here is one of my hiking trails. I've got two on the island, so this is the main one with the tree top walkway behind resident services, but I'll show you guys over here first. So this is my marketplace. This is like a little shop where you can get all of your hiking gear. So this actually was inspired by someone on Instagram. Their island name was Cedarfall, but they've actually just recently restarted to make a winter island, which is called Mistletoe. So their username is ACNH_mistletoe. And if you go back through some of their photos, you will be able to see a really cool sort of shop, which I've kind of based this on with the having the climbing walls on the back. I think it kind of just adds to it. And then you've kind of got like a little bike rent sort of area as well. And then here is a tiny little plant shop. This was another awkward area. I didn't really know how to decorate, so I put that there. And then these little stall areas are kind of just random items that I had when I first started the game, and I hadn't really changed them since. So yeah, I got some old ripped trousers. I guess this one's kind of like an oddities sort of shop. This one's just kind of random as well with some items that I had. This I kind of see as like a bar area. I've got a really cool picture of Harv standing in this area, which I didn't actually push him into, surprisingly. I really like the way that these taps look in front of the barrels, because it kind of just looks like they're beer kegs. And then this area, I've kind of just put the fortune cookie cart there. Down here, this is where I made candy apples, but I kind of just changed it after that. I put wands behind them because I thought it would look cool, and it didn't really look as good as I thought it was going to, so I kind of just left it like that. And then down here we've just got a little area on the beach. I do really like this area. It's kind of like a place where you can buy some food from the fish market, come down and sit, but then also I've got this like the little ornaments, so it's kind of like you can craft something as well. And then up here is an apple orchard. I've kind of made this my native fruit, even though the native fruit on this island is cherries, but I just really like the way these apple trees look, and I really like the colour of the trees at this time of year. So I guess this is coming up to when it's about to start snowing on your island. I think this is like the equivalent of like the 7th of December, so the trees aren't red anymore. I'm not really a fan of this red colour, especially with the apples on there. So when they turn this really nice brown colour, I quite like that. And then I've got like a horse sort of area. There's a horse pulling the flower cart, kind of just like a little area for horses, I guess. This area is kind of left over from Halloween, so I've kind of left these things here, but I do really like the white variety of the pumpkins. And then this is overflow of all the pumpkin things as well. I've kind of just made this into like a little farm area, and I really like the use of this peninsula. I didn't really know what to do with it. It's not really a massive area. I probably could have fit a lighthouse up there, but I do like the idea of having like a little farming area. So I've got that there, and then I've got my Nook's Cranny just here as well. And then if we go this way, I've put my Able sisters just above. I really like the way that I've decorated this area. I've kind of put out my favourite custom design codes in this sort of area, and then put lots of weeds. And then I do really like the little addition of these boots on the rug as well. And if we go back up here, we have a little area that I wanted to use some of the simple panels and try and make some houses, like a little village. I really wanted to be able to put the like clotheslines to go over the gap, because I've seen that obviously in real life quite a lot of times. People from like house to house in cities and things like that, they'll put their washing through the middle, but obviously you can't do that in this game, so I've kind of tried to replicate it. But this area on the right is kind of just, I've just thrown some random stuff up there hoping it looks good, but the part on the left I've made into like a laundry area, and I've got two towels there that's the same custom design as the flooring, so that kind of like you can like lay amongst the washing there. And so I've kind of made it look like two houses. And then I've put Ozzy's house in there as well. I thought that would look quite nice to be like the end house. And you can kind of walk and sit on this bench and have a look at like the forced perspective, which I think looks quite nice. There are some areas that I just haven't really taken a lot of thought in decorating. I do like this hammock between the two palm trees, but there are some areas on the island where I've literally just thrown something just to make something be there, which I don't really like, so I'm not really a fan of this area. I do like this part here, and you can obviously jump over to this next section, which is kind of just like a forest, but the rest of the island to the left on the beach I haven't actually decorated, just because if I haven't got the inspiration to do it, it's just not going to be what I want. So I've kind of, there will be some areas on the island that I've kind of left. So then if we go up this little walkway, this is where the majority of my villagers live. So we've got B, who obviously wants to leave, so we'll ignore her, but her house is up here. Still a little bit decorated for Halloween. I've got the pumpkins turned around there. And then I've got this little area which is kind of like one of those forest walkways. Maybe I need some more trees on the right, but I really like the way that this looks. And then I've got Blair's house here with a really small little garden. I just really like these random items put there. And then this is another hiking trail, which is a little bit smaller than the one that we haven't actually seen yet, but I've used the pathing again there. This is where I used all of my halves fences before they got patched out, and so I'm really upset that I've had to make do with these other fences. And I can't decorate on that top level, which makes it look a little bit bare, but you kind of get the idea. I kind of wanted it to be like a cliff top sort of walk area. And then over here I've got a rock garden. Just ignore the fact that one of them's missing. I tried to move the other one, and I just couldn't be bothered to keep trying, so yeah, let's just ignore the fact that that's there. And then I've got Twiggy's house here. Kind of haven't really decorated around there, but I do like the way it looks with all the trees around it. And then up here is Cedar Cliff Falls. So I've kind of done this sunken waterfall sort of idea, which quite a lot of people are doing on Instagram at the moment. I really like it. You just obviously just have to make sure that you've got a way to get out again. So I made it really easy by I could get out behind this area here, so I didn't trap myself in the middle of the waterfall and couldn't terraform my way out of it. And then I really like the idea of having this water on this bridge. I tried to make the bridge as long as possible as well, so that looks quite cool. And then this area I kind of made into like a little refreshments stand, like a little hot chocolate sort of area, so that after you've been on a hike you can make a hot chocolate or something like that. And then like a little seating area here with the Turkey Day table. And then back down here where Bee's house is, this is where I've got Shep's house. This area is still kind of decorated from when I pretended to be Shrek, because Shep's house kind of looks like Shrek's swamp sort of area, so it's kind of like a swamp area here. I hope he doesn't mind. And then if I walk this way, we'll ignore B again because I don't want her to leave. This is Chevrolet's house. I probably could decorate a little bit more out here because I've kind of just given her some cherry blossom stems and that's about it. but I do like this area, and I like Teddy's house behind. I've kind of just put a blanket on an island there, but I can't decorate too much around here because you kind of need to be able to walk there because it's my secret beach down this way. So I've kind of just left a cushion on there. This is Teddy's house. I've made him kind of like a lumberjack sort of thing. I think quite a lot of people do that when they have someone like Teddy on their island. So then I've got a little DIY table here. So if we jump back over here, this is the bottom of my treetop walkway, which I will show you in a second. So I've just kind of decorated it like this. Then we can go over to my secret beach, which I admit I haven't put that much effort in, to be honest. I've kind of just thrown some paintings and statues, and that is it. And I had this little frog model, which I thought would be quite cute there. So yeah, haven't really put much effort into this bit, to be completely honest. I wanted it to be like another little marketplace with the imperial chest and things like that, but maybe I need to put a bit more effort into that. So then back this way, if we follow this pathway, I guess this is kind of like a secret pathway. I have, this is like a cable car idea. This is actually another idea that ACNH_mistletoe has done on her previous island. I really liked the idea of making this. I think she had her villager like questioning whether there was cable cars or something, like an old cable car system. I really like the idea of having this like cable cars, and I use up 2 inclines because I like the idea so much. So in the winter this will obviously be a nice area to like pretend to like come and snowboard down or ski down or something like that, and then the cable cars obviously can take you back up. And then over here I kind of just have an old building which I kind of used for Halloween, but I do like the idea of having like an old sort of shack here, and it's really close to my area up here, which is what is going to be the summer camp area. So I've decorated the exterior of this house to kind of make it look like a lodge, so I guess that kind of goes with like the skiing theme as well. You can make it like a ski resort lodge. And then I've used a few Rover's briefcases that I've collected just to give the illusion that you've got lots of children coming for like summer camp. And then here it's kind of like a little garden shop area. I still have all the pumpkins up the top from Halloween, but I still like the way that it looks. Little phone box, and then this area over here is my campsite. So I've got a big seating area, a toilet, and then through here I've just got a little Cosmo shower, so it's kind of like an area where you can have a bit of privacy when you're having a shower in the morning. Yeah, I really like this area. It was, I think, Melissa of Dagoba Isle who had this idea of using the planks and then having a rug there as well, so I've kind of borrowed this idea from her. I really like it. I just think it adds a little bit of extra sort of texture to the area. And then I've got a little area where you can have a look out there. And then down this way is kind of an extension of the campsite, so I really like the use of these kids' tents, so I've kind of got a few of them, just thrown them around so that they can be used in addition to the tent on the campsite. And then kind of just like a little relaxing food area, you can obviously wash your clothes. And then I like the use of keeping this area open so that you could use the rocks a little bit. So I've kind of just got a little secret sitting area, so you've got the clay furnace here so you can cook some food and then kind of sit with this really nice view. And then I've just thrown a space heater in there as well, just in case it gets cold. And then over here I've just got a lighthouse, yeah, just standard things that you put on the rocks, to be honest. And then I've got a little crafting area here because when I was making some of the furniture that I've got around here, I thought it'd be quite useful to put this here. And then just like a little relaxing area on the beach. I always struggle to think of ideas to use on the beach, but I thought throwing some beach towels in a magazine rack is a good idea. And then if we come down this way, this is like a little mushroom garden. I think it's quite a cute idea, using these rings on the floor and then putting the mushroom lamps in there. I really like this area with Poppy. She's so cute. I kind of made her own tree house, so you can kind of see this simple panel QR with a ladder on it which leads up into this area. I'll just show you how I get up into it. I do feel bad that she is kind of trapped on this area, but we can get up this way. And then I can show you up here. So I've kind of made it so that you can have a little sleepover area. It kind of just looks like that as a forced perspective. Yeah, I thought it was quite cute, so I made that for her. And in this area I've kind of thrown a few random items together, but I really like this as kind of like a zen relaxing sort of area. And then over here is an extension of the museum, I guess, which we've just got up there. So this is like a little area where you can do some studying of bugs. And then I've also got like a little fish area here, so you can relax, have a drink, do some fishing, read a book, you know, do some studying, things like that. I thought that was quite a nice way to use it, especially with this boardwalk. I quite like that as well. And then there's Daisy May. And then this is, I guess, is kind of a bit like a plant shop as well. Just like a little flower delivery area, and you can kind of pretend that the bike can pull along the flowers. I quite like the idea of that. And then I've just got a little area where you can sit and relax, read some books here. And then my dock area I've just got here. This is when I decorated for bonfire night and I haven't really changed it, so I thought I might as well just leave that there because it looks quite cute. This is Frita's house. I haven't really decorated too much. I've just put the path on the beach, which I think looks quite cool. It does look a bit like a muddy beach, but yeah. And then this area, I really wanted to, I had an idea of making a water mill, and I don't really know how well I've pulled it off, but I've basically just put a solar panel at the top for a roof, done the simple panels, and then kind of done like a cascading waterfall. And then I wanted to use something that acts as if it's one of the wheels moving all of the stuff down, because obviously that's the whole point of a water mill, that you need something turning. And the best thing I could find was this spinning wheel, so I've kind of just placed that there. I quite like the idea. And then you've got a well here as well. And then here's Sherb's house. And here is my sort of Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving sort of area that I made on Turkey Day. So I've kind of just got a few things, some food, and then this is the area where you would cook the food. And then back this way, across this diagonal bridge, which took me ages to work out how to do. Here's another little study area. I really like all of the green that I've used here. I think this sofa is just one of my favourite items in the game. There's so many different colours, so you can get so many different like vibes from it. I've kind of made a little fairy circle here with the wheat from the Turkey Day, and then here is another little seating area. I didn't know what to do here. I kind of had a bit of an empty space, and there's a few people on Instagram, I'll put their handles on the screen, who have been really good at making really tiny little areas of gardens and kind of just, yeah, making them look really pretty. So I've kind of attempted to do something like that here. And then I've got some pumpkins here, a little seating area. This is like a duck pond sort of area, so I've got lots of ducks everywhere. And then this is my museum gift shop, which I've kind of just put down here. And then up here is where my museum is. I really like this fossil that I've put together. They're actually not the correct, you can obviously see like the front of the Stegosaurus, and then I'm not sure what the animal is behind. I've kind of put them together and I thought it actually looked quite cool, so yeah, I've created a new animal here. And obviously I've used the rope fencing to cordon some of it off. And then here I've got the gel bar bridge with those animals to either side, and then this kind of, you jump over and then you come back over into the campsite area. Yeah, I wanted to make like a cave system, but it's difficult because you can't really walk into a cave. It has to all be open. So I've kind of put this here. There's a little seating area up there. So you've got all the stones and the rocks and ways that you can walk through. Yeah, I like the silo. Oh, you can't see it. The silo with the windmill in front of it. I think that looks quite cool. That just reminds me of Amsterdam. Those sort of vibes. And then here is just my poor attempt at an actual cave. But yeah, I wanted to have like a little walkway sort of area, and this obviously brings you back round to where Poppy's house is. And then if we walk over here, this takes us to where my house is. So I've got a little dock area here, which looks really good. If I do say so myself, I was really proud of that. And then I've got a little beach area here where you can just relax. Lots of book sort of areas, and then a tiny little farm here. And then this is what my house looks like. I won't show you the inside because I haven't actually decorated any of it, so that might be another video, maybe decorating it for winter or something like that. And then I've got this walkway, which I was really proud of when I made it, but if you've got a villager standing on here, it is so annoying to try and get past, and obviously I'm running to and from all the areas all the time, so it does make it difficult. And now Chevrolet is trying to think. Please don't leave. Oh. A baseball cap. Typical. Okay. Thanks, Chevrolet. Sweet. Okay, so now we're back in this area. We've kind of seen most of it, apart from this walkway. So if we walk up here, this area with the swinging benches was actually designed by someone on Instagram called Jo.crossing. I'm not sure that she uses her Instagram that much anymore, but I always credit her when I post pictures of this, so if you're planning on doing the same, please credit her. This just makes so many lovely photos, so all of the seasons you can just take photos like this. I've got photos of me and villagers walking along here with the maple leaves. I'm sure it will look really lovely with the blossoms as well. So yeah, I do really like that idea, and it gives you something to do to put behind resident services, because I always struggle to know what to do behind there, and I want to build it up somehow, but I'm not really sure what to do, so that looks good. And then here I've kind of got a little coffee shop area, so you can make yourself a coffee. So obviously all of my hiking stuff always centres around having a drink before or after. And then this is the hiking trail that I made. I'm really proud of this. I think it looks really nice, with the water and the trees and things like that, and the path. So we've got lots of little areas around here, and obviously you can see into the other areas that we've already seen as well. And then this obviously leads us back to our campsite area. So yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to show you. Obviously there are areas that I haven't really decorated, but I just think if I'm not feeling creative to do it, then I'm just not going to enjoy the outcome of it. So I haven't done that, but I really like this island. I much prefer this to Kohaku, because when I was making Kohaku, I was still trying to like learn the game and learn how to do everything, whereas now I can actually have a creative idea and implement it. So I'm really happy with how this has all turned out. So thank you very much for watching. Please let me know other video ideas that you would like to see, and I'll speak to you all in my next video.